Will you be courageous? You know, that's a question that when you look back through the history of our country and you see courageous leaders, can you imagine what it would have been like if rather than being courageous, those people would have just been chameleons and just chose to kind of fit in with the deal, the crowd, whatever. I'm so thankful that some of our great leaders and forefathers were courageous. And as I look at today, and especially tonight in our student ministry, one of the things that I was sharing with them was, don't be a chameleon. You need to be courageous. Which one are you going to be? We also looked at a passage of scripture from 2 Chronicles 7:14, where God said, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, will forgive their sin and heal their land. One of the keys in that passage of scripture is to turn from their wicked ways. And I think one of the things that's happened as Christians today, we kind of want the best of both worlds. We want to fit in with the world and look like the world and be like the world, but we want the benefits that God gives to Christians through Jesus Christ, and we kind of want both. And the consequence of that is that the church is filled with people who look just like the world, and where the church should be filled with people who look like Jesus. And we should be bringing others who are searching for truth to the cross to experience a life change. But actually what happens is people see us and they see themselves and they don't see any difference. We call ourselves Christians. They may not call themselves Christians, but we look just alike. Folks, that should never be. We should be courageous enough to understand that Jesus Christ made a difference. He changed me. There's no way I can be like the world. That would be impossible. That is the temptation. But because we know what Jesus gave to us through His death, burial, and resurrection, that there would be a resolve in our heart that we would never long to be like the world, but that we would long to be like Jesus. So I don't know where you are in your faith journey today. I know that if you're like me, you're tempted every day to be like the world, to fit in with the world, because you're convinced sometimes that there's no way God could match what the world's offering, the rush, the fulfillment, even though it's temporary, that the world gives, whether it's through alcohol, drugs, or sex relationships, or the quest for power and prestige. And that's a lure for everybody. But it all will leave you feeling empty. Are you going to be a chameleon and try to be just like the world? Or will you be courageous and live for the one who died for you? History will record your response. You don't have to send me an email. Just live it out. Be courageous.